Okay, here's our next one. So we have a truss. It is supported and held to ground here at G, and then it goes up and comes back down, and here we have an expansion joint. So just looking at that, it's quite apparent that we can have a force AY here. We have an external force in the X, so that means that over here at G, there will have to be a counter. The pin will push back on the truss that way. And of course, we'll have support there, GY. All right, we're going to be using our normal XY coordinate systems. So we'll have that there. So we see here that everything is very symmetrical, 8 feet, 8 feet to here, to here, to there, to there, to there, so on and so forth. We have our loads. And so the problem asks us to find JI, the force in JI, so that'll be right in here. The force in EF, well, that's right there. The force in EI, that's right there. And then it also wants JE. Well, notice that these three are in a line. That's kind of interesting. So what this shows us is we can use the method of sections. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a section. We're going to cut these three members right through there, replace them with forces, and evaluate this piece over here, because this has all these forces on it. All right, so that's more work. So if we just simply cut this, once we determine what the supports are doing, we'll be able to solve for all three of these forces. And then we'll come back again, and once we know these three forces, we can actually come back in and just do a solve right at pin E, and then we'll be able to get this other one that they're asking for. So we have 4 forces we want, and whether they're in compression or tension. All right. First thing I would do is say, are there any zero force members? I don't see them. They all look real to me. So we'll skip to the next step, and we'll do the supports. All right. So I'm setting up to go work on this side. So I care what those are. I don't care what this is. So I'm going to sum the moments at A, because I want to get rid of that variable so I can solve for these. Now, I can just by inspection, if I just deal with this as one great big blob, don't go in it, I have an outside force 900 pounds, so when I pull the pin out, the pin can exert a force GX to oppose that, so I can see, just looking, that's 900 pounds. Doesn't take any more thought than that. All right. Now, because I have 2 unknowns in the Y, if I sum the moments at the Y, at A, sum the moments at A, I can solve for GY, so that's what I'm going to do. So, summing the moments at A, and I'll just kind of go across, and the first thing I see is this, and that's 24 feet up, so that's going clockwise, so I have minus 900 times 24, and then this piece, here's 1,000 pounds, it's 816 over, that's clockwise, so I have minus 1,000 times 16, and then I have 1,500, minus 1,500, that's another 8 over, so that's 24, and then 1,000, minus 1,000, that'd be times 32, and then nothing, and then this is aligned with A, so that does nothing, and I have GY then. So plus GY, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'd be 48. And set all that equal to 0, and if you do that and solve, you get GY is, let's see here, 2,200 pounds. Okay? So we have that now. So knowing GY is 2,200 pounds, we're going to go in and we're going to look at this section right in here. Okay, replacing these 3 members with forces, and we're going to figure out these three forces. Then we'll come back and we'll do this pin and we'll finish the problem. All right, so we have a strategy. Now we guess have to get to the next page. All right. So we have the original system here. And now I have this piece right in there. So here's gx, here's gy coming in. And so I need to solve for these three forces. And I've made some assumptions. I assume this goes off in this direction as applied to here. Okay. This is coming off of I here. This is coming off of there. All right. So let's get set to look at this. So what I'm going to do here, notice these two forces. So when I cut the forces away, I'm saying that I have an FEI pulling on I, FEF pulling on F, and then I have FJF pushing in on I. And I may be right or wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll get negative signs. I don't care. And then we'll just rework it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take the moments here at E, because we know we can take. So I'm having, this is how I assume the forces applied at I, but I can move the forces along this line to this dot, and this one along the line to this dot, and since they're aligned with that dot, they exert no moment. All right? And so when I do that, I have this one being applied at I. If I take the cosine of 45 here, okay, that would be aligned again with E, so that gets wiped out. So all I have to do is, this is 45 degrees in here. We'll just note that's 45, and that's parallel and all. So I could take FJI sine of 45, and then this is 8 feet there. So if I take the vertical component coming down, then that would go clockwise. So summing the moments at E, I get minus FJI times 0.7071 times 8. All right, that would be what that one does. All right, now I have this 900 down here. That's 16 feet away, and it's going, again, clockwise. So I have minus 900 times 16. And then here I have, relative to E, that's 816 over. So plus 2200 times 16, and all that equals 0. Okay, solving, we get FJI is equal to 3,677 pounds. We got a positive, so we assumed the right, it's in compression. So we have this one right there. So notice, there's nothing over here. All that's left, I cut all of this away and replace these three trusses with forces. But I can take the moments anywhere I want. If the sum is 0, it's all good. So there, we got that one. All right. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the moments here at I. Why would I do that? Well, this is aligned with I, that's aligned with I, and the Y component of this force is aligned with I. So I get rid of a whole bunch of stuff again. So summing the moments at I. That goes, that goes. The y component of that is a goes. I just have the x. So I'll just take FEF. So let's see, relative to I, the x component will go this way. That would go then clockwise. That's negative again. So minus FEF times 0.7071 to get the x component, 8 feet away, and once again, it's clockwise. So now I'm left with, relative to I, this one. This is again clockwise, so minus 900 times 16. And then 2200 is only 8 away, going the other direction. So plus 2200 times 8 there. And we'd set that equal to 0. And that leaves us with FEF is equal to 566 pounds. It's positive, so we have tension, as this is pulling off relative to here. All right. So now, what's the next thing we can do? And by the way, notice when I drew, this is what exists. So these forces are defined relative to these pins, not this one. They're not creating compression here. The forces are relative to these pins. We can move them along a line for computational purposes, but when I drew this in, it's saying relative to this pin, what really exists, this is creating tension. This is coming in. That's creating compression. And we have yet to figure out EI, but if we get a positive number, it's creating tension. All right? Everything's relative to what we see there. All right. So for what we have now, we can simply sum forces in the x. So we'd have minus FEI, minus 900. This is in the y, we don't care. Then we have FJI, this is going positive, plus FJI times 0.7071. And this is going negative, minus FEF, 0.7071. And set all that equal to 0. We know FEF, we know FJI, we solve for FEI, and we would come up with FEI equals 1,300 pounds, and it will be positive, so that gives us tension. And I'm just checking all my numbers here. FEF negative, okay. FJI positive, good. So now we've figured out these three. We need to get our last piece, which was actually the force that's in a member here. All right, so to do that, let me just move these over. So we had FJI is 3677 in compression. FEF was 566 in tension. And FEI was 1,300 in tension. All right. So now we have this one. And I actually had the numbers already set up here. So here's pin E. So we found FEF was 566 tension. So it's tension relative to this, relative to E as well. It goes on both sides. FEI was 1,300 in tension. Now it's in tension relative to E. So we just flip the direction. Okay, so all we need to do now to finish this problem is we are asked to find this piece. No problem. We'll just sum forces in the y. So here's 566 going down, minus 566 times 0.7071 plus FJE. And so we simply solve and we get FJE is equal to 400 pounds. It's positive, so it's in tension. And we have solved this problem using the method of sections. We just cut it along the points that we cared about, solve for them using this easier truss rather than using the whole thing. And we came back then and used a small section of just a single pin to solve for this last piece we needed to find. All right, we're going to do, let's see, we have one more, and then we will be done with trusses. See you in a moment.